It was a long time coming, but you are finally the individual who broke that toxic cycle. You are the person that got away. Everybody else you left behind, they're the ones who are still stuck. They're the ones that are still bound by chains. They're the ones that still have a bunch of skeletons in their closet. You're the lucky one. You're the one that got away, and it must have been a difficult ride, a difficult odyssey for you. Pat yourself on the back for the difficult choice that you made. It must have been very, very hard to leave a lot of these people, situations, behind. It must have been very trying, must have been very painful. And I could sympathize with a lot of you. I know how it feels to walk away, to have to walk away from just toxicity. Because if we had not made these choices, we would have been down and out. We would have been in more problems. You understand? We would have been depressed. We would have been feeling really sad, really down, unmotivated, and all other types of negative feelings that we just couldn't take anymore. It was hard for you. I understand. It was hard. You're probably filled with a little bit of regret. Maybe you feel bad about cutting off these toxic cycles. The one that got away, you may feel bad about leaving other people behind, but you did the right thing. All right. You're the one that broke the toxic cycle. You're the individual that said, no more. None of this is going to be a part of my life anymore, a part of my story anymore. Yes, it has been for quite some time, but that ends today. Whatever day you decided to walk away from that toxic cycle, you broke the cycle. You didn't just walk away, you broke it, right? So in the commission of this taking place, a lot of things also became broken and fragmented as well. For example, if you walked away from a toxic group of people, it could be anybody from a workplace to a family to a toxic friend group. After you broke the toxic cycle because you were observing for a long time and maybe even a part of how these individuals operated as groups of people. Once you broke the toxic cycle and said, hey, I'm not going to be your personal punching bag. I'm not going to be your target anymore. I'm not going to accept this kind of treatment. What? I'm better than this. I could be somebody in this world. I don't need you guys like that. I'm not going to put up with such disrespect. I'm not going to put up with you guys needing me to satiate your ego. You guys want to use me. You guys want to make me feel down. No, none of that. You guys are not going to take advantage of me. You broke that cycle. You broke free from that toxic cycle. This group has no leverage anymore. Now they turn on each other. Now they start fighting each other. They start getting angry at each other. It becomes a pandemonium. All right. You broke the toxic cycle. So now these groups of people are no longer stabilized. A lot of times we were being mistreated and being used as a platform or a foundation of disrespect. People have their vices, and instead of getting help and eradicating their issues, they use a lot of us, real strong people, to take advantage, to hide their misery, to hide behind their issues. They use us as punching bags for their problems. There's a lot of mistreatment, long time abuse, a lot of things that have been happening to us. We got away. We broke that cycle, and now everything fell apart for these individuals. You understand? It's like you broke the cycle. You're the one that got away. You are the lucky one. Even for a time, you feel very unlucky. I know, there's a few situations that I've been in where, I felt like the only way to really stay on course and to stay mentally sound was to break the cycle of, particularly with groups I was associated with. I had to stop going around these individuals, right? But at the same time, I'm not going to sit here and say I wasn't sad about it, or I didn't feel some type of way about it, or I didn't feel left out, or I didn't feel regret or even shame about me being the only one, the only one that stood up and said, I'm not having this no more. And sometimes it's without words. A lot of times I didn't do no type of talking. It was simply silently getting out of a situation, moving in silence, realizing that this is my time to exit, and moving as such. But then when I'm by myself, you know what I mean? I start thinking real hard. Did I do the right thing? Did I diss them in the process? Did I hurt them by leaving them behind? Who do I think I am for, just leaving them and, putting them off to the side and living my best life while they continue to be toxic? but I talk myself down from that ladder. I talk myself down and I reassure myself that if I had not done that, I would have still been in that piss poor situation. I would have still been down. I would have still been sad, still feel stagnant, right? And that is no longer my situation because I rid myself of these toxic cycles. I broke that toxic chain, right? And you feel empowered by that. But initially, you will go through these highs and lows of feelings that are not so good. You feel bad, you feel sad. That this should be a nice, great moment. You got away, right? You got away. But sometimes because of the long-standing disrespect and all these emotions that are just kind of culminated into one giant angry ball, you start feeling all types of ways that, did I even do the right thing? Am I being selfish right now? Is it selfish to take care of me? I know they're horrid. I know they're not right. But am I right for what I did, for getting away? Am I right for making this choice? Breaking the cycle. Did I cause more damage than I thought I would? Listen, you broke the toxic cycle, and there's a lot of emotions and a lot of negativity and a lot of exhilaration. It's a high and low. It's a roller coaster of emotions and different things that's going to be running through your mind when you break that cycle or when you broke that cycle. And maybe if you broke the cycle a long time, you might still be going through those highs and lows. The people who hurt you, you may see them living their best life or seemingly living their best life without you, acting like nothing's wrong, acting like it's, oh, too bad. Fine, let her go, let him go, let them do whatever they want to do. We're going to be living our best lives. And you see them treating other people good, but they always treated you badly. And you're feeling like, why couldn't they have just treated me right? It didn't have to be like this. I shouldn't have had to break the cycle. If they had just treated me right, if they had treated me like everybody else, then it would not have come to this. You understand? And so you start seeing, like, you feel sometimes bitterness, resentment. After you break the cycle, you feel angry. You should feel exhilarated and joyous. That's there. But a lot of times, because it's just this negativity of, things that have happened that led you to this point to begin with, you start feeling different ways and a little bit shaky about, did I make the right call? Did I do too much? Should I have broken the cycle? Was it really that bad? Maybe I could have stuck it out a little longer. You did the right thing. You assessed your life and you understood certain things are not going to fly. Certain people are never going to change. Certain people are always going to treat you the way that they've been treating you. There's nothing that you can do. Certain people I would go around, I would try to figure out, why do I always feel drained around these individuals? Why is my name always being brought up in these rooms with these people? What did I do to them? Why are they targeting me? Why are they not focused on them? Why are they coming at me? Why do I feel so sick around certain people, physically ill to be around certain individuals? Why do I feel so anxious, anxiety, like straight up, real, potent anxiety around certain people? I shouldn't feel like this. You try to brush it off. You try to make excuses. When you finally break that toxic cycle and you go through those emotions, you got to go through it. You got to take the shakes. You're going to feel the symptoms of what happens here when you experience loss, rejection, isolation, right? And then the highs come back and you start to feel like yourself again. And you can reassure yourself that you made the right choice for breaking that toxic cycle. All right, everything's going to look up for you because you broke that cycle. You did that. You did an awesome thing for thinking about your mind, thinking about taking care of yourself, putting yourself first, putting your children first, putting your own little family first, whatever it was, you and your pet, just you, who knows, whatever your story is. You broke that toxic cycle. You broke away from that toxic family. You broke away from the people that you were supposed to be trusting, people who were supposed to love you, protect you. They said that they did. They gaslight you. They claim that they do, but they treat you like they do not, right? That toxic cycle is over. That toxic cycle is over, and now you can live your best life. You broke the cycle. You got away, all right? And you can now start living your very best life in the way that you want to live. All right, everybody, thank you so very much for stopping by on this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Stay up, everybody. Stay up. We're almost in the month of May. It's crazy how, the year is kind of just zooming by like that. But enjoy life to the fullest. Enjoy the end of April. Keep doing you guys' thing. All right. And if you feel like this is your story, if you feel like you resonate with this story, with this topic, let it be known in the comments and say, I broke from a toxic cycle. I ended that cycle. You could say that if you wish in the comments, and let it be known if you want to go further. What is the toxic cycle that you broke from? What did you put an end to? What did you walk away from? Let it be known. Everybody keep going up, doing you guys' thing, and I'll see you guys soon on the other video, the next videos. All right. Thank you guys so much and have a wonderful day. Bye.